Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before we dive into today's video, I just wanted to remind you to stick around until the very end. I've got some really valuable insights and tips to share with you that you won't want to miss. So if you're ready to learn and grow with me, let's get started. Today, we shall delve into the profound concept of atomic habits and explore the neuroscience behind desire. We shall also delve into the intricacies of habit formation and explore a crucial aspect of it, rewards. In order to build habits successfully, it is imperative to make them attractive, pleasurable and rewarding, so that we are motivated to stick with them. As humans, what drives us to act? What motivates us to do what is necessary for our survival? The answer lies in dopamine, a neurotransmitter that plays a pivotal role in driving us towards achieving our goals. The human mind is wired to seek gratification, and is driven by the anticipation of reward. Our innate desire for pleasure and satisfaction motivates us to repeat actions that bring us joy, such as eating, drinking, and engaging in physical activity. Our brains release dopamine, a neurotransmitter, when we engage in beneficial actions, which instigates feelings of pleasure and reinforces the behavior. Dopamine, a neurotransmitter, plays a crucial role in our brain's reward system. Dopamine in essence governs our motivation and sense of pleasure. Interestingly, studies have shown that the anticipation of pleasurable activities can also trigger dopamine release in our brains. This means that even the mere anticipation of engaging in something enjoyable can give us a dopamine hit, providing us with the motivation to repeat the behavior. A classic example of how rewards influence our behavior comes from the neuroscience experiments conducted by James Olds and Peter Milner in 1954. They discovered that when dopamine, a neurotransmitter associated with pleasure and reward, was blocked in rats, they lost interest in all activities necessary for survival like eating, drinking, playing, mating, and eventually died due to thirst. This illustrates the critical role played by dopamine in motivation. The mere anticipation of doing something pleasurable is enough to trigger the release of dopamine, which motivates us to repeat the activity. Dopamine drives us to perform actions that lead to our survival and well-being. But here's the fascinating thing. We don't necessarily have to engage in pleasurable activities to experience the rush of dopamine. In essence, the very act of desiring something or anticipation of doing something pleasurable to activate the brain's reward system and garners the same reward as actually receiving it. This means that if we can make our habit attractive or something we look forward to, we are more likely to stick to it. So, how can we use this knowledge to our advantage when it comes to habit building? This is where temptation bundling comes into play. It involves linking a desired but unappealing behavior with something that brings pleasure. By doing so, we can transform a mundane, unattractive task into an enjoyable one, making it easier to follow through on it, thereby creating positive habit. By making our desired habits attractive and linking them to pleasurable activities, we can activate the brain's reward system and keep ourselves motivated to follow through with the new behavior. One fascinating example of temptation bundling comes from Ronan Byrne, an engineering student from Ireland who disliked exercising but enjoyed watching Netflix. Ronan ingeniously modified his exercise bike by connecting it to his laptop and wrote some code that only allowed Netflix to run if he cycled at a certain speed. By pairing something enjoyable like Netflix with an essential behavior like exercise, Ronan created a positive association that motivated him to work out. He transformed his exercise routine from a dull chore into an enjoyable activity, thereby reinforcing the habit of repeating the activity. You don't have to be an engineering genius to make temptation bundling work for you. For instance, if you dread exercising but enjoy reading gossip magazines, commit to only reading them while at the gym. Alternatively, if you need to make sales calls but desire to watch sports, promise yourself a half hour of ESPN after completing 10 calls. This approach can be applied to various aspects of our lives, including sports. For instance, a basketball player may not enjoy practicing free throws but could bundle it with a more enjoyable activity like listening to music while shooting. By doing so, they are more likely to practice consistently and improve their performance. By making these unattractive but essential tasks more appealing, we can surf a wave of dopamine and create positive habits. Famous basketball player Michael Jordan was known for practicing his free throws in silence until he made a certain number in a row. Once he achieved this goal, he allowed himself to listen to music. Tennis player Andy Murray once stated that he disliked running but enjoyed the mental stimulation of solving crossword puzzles. So, he linked his runs to puzzle-solving sessions, making the activity more enjoyable and hence motivating himself to run more frequently. Historical case studies also demonstrate how rewards can be an effective motivator. In the early 20th century, Frederick Taylor, a mechanical engineer, introduced a system of rewards to increase productivity in factories. He incentivized workers with bonuses for meeting production targets, leading to a significant improvement in output. By employing temptation bundling, we can overcome the natural resistance to unappealing activities and make them enjoyable. But the concept of temptation bundling extends beyond exercise and leisure activities. It can be applied to any area where habit building is essential, such as business, personal development, and education. In conclusion, the anticipation of reward is a powerful motivator that can help us build positive habits. By using temptation bundling, we can link an unappealing task to a desirable behavior and create a pleasurable experience that encourages us to stick to our habits. So, let's embrace the power of dopamine and transform those tedious tasks into enjoyable ones. Remember, it's not just about accomplishing the task, but also relishing the journey towards achieving it. By embracing temptation bundling, you too can transform distasteful tasks into enjoyable ones and build lasting habits that lead to success. So why not try it out for yourself and see how it can transform your habits and life? Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload. And if you know someone who would enjoy this video, feel free to share it with them. See you in the next one.